this coming from a government policy to a state policy process, if you are watching the continental movement going through this process of coming from a specific Gilberto Gil political program to this wide state policy that is coming to be a state policy for Latin America, if we can really make it.
Our budget it's not yet 1% of our national product, like UNESCO recommend. It's not 1%, but it's 5. It's 0.8%, but it's very most important than when Gilberto Gil arrived, and when he arrived, it was 0.50%. And now we have 0.86%. It's better. And yes, we have an institution for research in Brazil, IPEA, Institution for Research Economics and Application. IPEA had two research about Cultura Viva, and they works yet with this program to have this kind of an indication for our results. I don't know here what is the results of this research, but it's positive, very positive for our program. And yes, I think our government don't know what is important, the expansion in our continent. They start to know this. With Weber Cultura Viva, we started the process. This is very important because we can talk a lot more about this program and this international cooperation. I think the international dimension is not very known in all the government.
Because we can tell the inside story, which is so funny, because it's like doing theater. It's exactly, you remember Shakespeare, when he announced that his father was killed. It was out of a piece, no? So we are doing the same thing. I mean, when she says that there is an Ibero-American cultural program devoted to Cultura Viva, it's because lots of organizations have been digging this. So the Ibero-American Corporation finally, in Costa Rica, devoted a whole event and congress to this thing, and we were like knitting from the inside so the program could come alive. And when you tell that, the Argentinian government, surprisingly, went to Brazil to see what is this thing of Cultura Viva, points of culture. So digging, the Argentinian, they went like this. Hello, Julia, how is your project? I would like a little bit more about it. I have an intense intention. Do you understand? So it's not a natural movement, but we are pushing Peru, Chile, Uruguay for coming closer to have this internal relation with the same concept in the region.
Yeah.
What about the
But,
Bolivia and
it's-
Ecuador cultural programs?
We're doing exactly the same. Bolivia and Ecuador are inside the net, and each country is moving. If the push is big, they are very intensely interested. If the push is rather short, they are not so much. No?
Yes.
But it's the people pushing their own governments to get together.
I